All right. Hey guys, Carrie Gabriel here, and we have a really special guest on today, and I'm excited to hear from her. So we have Sammy Rodriguez. Hey, Sammy.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here.
All right. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, what you did previously, just a little bit about you?
Okay, well, my name is Samantha Rodriguez. I live in Las Cruces, New Mexico. A lot of people really don't know where that is. And before this business, I was working at a daycare full time. At that time in my life, I just had my 3-year-old son. He was going to daycare with me. I just felt like it was the best fit. Like I really wanted to be near him. And I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I was going to school, to be early childhood education and all that stuff for like a elementary school teacher or something because I just wanted to be closer to my son. Like I just didn't know what I wanted. So I was doing that, working at the daycare next to him, and it just really wasn't filling me up. And so um I got pregnant with my second son, and I went on maternity leave. I was on maternity leave, for about, a couple weeks. And then within that time, my husband's brother passed away, and then my grandma passed away a week after. So it was just a lot going on. And so whenever I tried to go back from maternity leave, they were like, well, we just didn't think you were coming back. So we don't have any spots available for you anymore. Like, we're cutting your hours, kind of thing. And I was like, lost, because that's, our second source of income. And so at that point, I was only getting probably 2 hours a day, if that, of work. And that was not enough for bills. So we were just relying solely on my husband's income at the time. And we were drowning. Like, honestly, it was just so stressful because I was depending on him to pay bills, but his check can only stretch so far. So we were pushing back bills. We were stressed about like buying boxes of diapers or putting gas in the car. So we would only use one car per week and try to just stretch that. Sometimes we wouldn't eat, like we would give the kids our food because we had to stretch that too. And so we were just stretched so thin with all of that stuff that it was taking a toll, like on our relationship, just all around stress, you know what I mean? And so we were just struggling, and my dad actually had let go one of the ladies that was taking care of our grandparents. And I was like, can I please like just take care of them so I can take, my kids with me there? It won't be a problem, and like I'll get paid for a little while and I'll figure something out after. Because I was applying left and right to jobs, to different daycares everywhere, and nobody was taking me, which I was like, what's wrong with me? Like I didn't understand why, but God has a bigger plan. So um started taking care of my grandparents for a little while until my youngest was probably like 5 or 6 months old. And then that's when I saw our presidential diamond, Rachel Melton. She had posted about the cleanse. And after you have kids, it's hard. We all the moms out there, we have mom tummies, and it's not fun to feel that way. And so I was like, I'm gonna try the cleanse. And when I tried the cleanse, I lost 6 pounds in those 2 days, and I was like, what the heck is this? Like, I was hooked. So after that, I kept buying it and I switched to the keto coffee. And from there, I lost 47 pounds in 2 months from just the coffee. It's really mind blowing when I say it out loud, but it's like it was a shock because how do you lose that much off just coffee, right? And so I was like, what the heck is in this stuff? And she was like, it's just magic, just keep going. And so I was like, you know what,
But tell
whatever.
us what you were doing. Like, what was your routine?
I
I know you told me, but tell them like how crazy this is.
literally, I did not diet. I wasn't exercising. I mean, where I live, it's based off of Mexican food. So my family's Mexican, my husband's family's Mexican, and that's all we eat is Mexican food. I didn't diet. I was breastfeeding my son at the time, but I feel like, how they say like you kind of lose weight while you're breastfeeding. I did not feel like that at all. I felt like I was gaining. And so the coffee helped me a lot, curb your cravings, all that good stuff. And I just dropped pounds, and I literally had no clue. So, trying that, I was like, okay, what else do you do? what else do you have like to offer me? And so she showed me the wraps. I tried the wraps, and it helped with my stretch marks, and it definitely helped because I had a C-section with my second son. So it helped with all of that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, like this stuff is magic, right? And so then she asked me, have you ever thought of making extra money from your phone? And I was like, yes, but how, kind of thing. And so she was like, well, she told me exactly how much money she made, and she circled like the triple diamond average income on the income disclosure. And I was like yearly, like you make that like yearly from your phone? You never believe people like that. Like I was the biggest non-believer. I did not believe her at all. I gave her like 27 questions. Like I asked her, how, I want to see your check because I do not believe you. Like I was seriously crazy because how how do you make that much money, especially from your phone, especially selling health and wellness products? I really didn't believe her. So she was like, I mean, you can believe me or not, but it's up to you. If you want to join, you can join. If not, that's okay. And so then I was like, okay, well, let me talk to my mom because I don't have $100 to spend right now at all. And so she said, okay, I borrowed $100 from my mom. I signed up, and I just went from there. In my first 2 days, I signed my first 6 customers, and I just kept going. And now I'm mapped for triple.
Wow. Okay. So that's a lot. That was
I
incredible.
know it was a lot. Sorry.
No, you're like, that's just like awesome because I love it when people come in informed. Like that's my favorite. I could probably because I'm a lot of green, but I want people to make an informed decision. I want them to know this is for them and they want to run with it. But
Yeah.
you got your first 6 customers in your first 2 days. Tell them how you did that.
Um, so she said to make a dirt list. Back then it was like, your first write down like 10 to 30 people that would buy anything from you, anything, like literally dirt from you because they love you so much. So make a list, write down those people. So I wrote, my aunts, my sister, my mom, my dad, his girlfriend, my grandma, like anybody that I thought would buy from me. And then I started writing down not like friends, like I only have a couple of friends here, y'all are my friends, but I would write down like people that I kind of were like acquaintances with on Facebook. So I wrote down like I talked to this person or I comment on this person's post like kind of often. And those people are actually the ones that bought first, was like people from Facebook, then my family. And yeah, I just asked. So write down like a list of people that you think love you so much and they're going to buy anything from you, because that's where I started.
I like that. What did you say to them?
I can't remember. Let me think. I think I was just like, I just started this new business and I just tried the coffee and this is how much I lost so far. Like, do you want to try? And we can do it together. I think it was we can do it together, and I'll put you on an auto shipment and we can just stay connected. So you'll tell me like, okay, I'm drinking my coffee right now, and I'll show you I am too, kind of thing. Just so it's like you're keeping each other accountable, and they feel more like just closer to you in that kind of way. So that's what I did in the beginning. Now it's obviously harder to keep track of customers like that, but I was just really consistent with that. Or I remember when I first started, I made a little, not a group page, but it was like a post. I made one post and I did um a week like with the cleanse. I was like, okay, we're gonna do a cleanse. At the end of the week, post your results in this thread. So I feel like the customers really like that because then they were doing it together with me and other people. So I did that also.
Oh, you're great at building relationships.
I try. I really want them to get to know me. And, it's like it comes in waves. Different people do different things, but that's what I tried when I first started. So
So what does life look like now since you're a double diamond, going from the not having enough food to this? What's different?
if only I could show you. I wish I it's such a different feeling. Like
Wait, you're frozen
my
for me. I don't know if
oldest
you're frozen for
son,
everybody
he
else.
saw us. Am I frozen?
Oh, wait, now you're not. Do it again.
Oops. There. Is it
Hey,
working?
I don't know what you did, but
Sorry, I think maybe it's raining outside right now, so I think it's just the connection here.
oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Am I good? Okay. Okay. It's like a whole different world now. Like my oldest son, he went through our struggle with us. He saw us going through no food, no gas, arguing over bills and things like that. So it's almost like now he'll say, can I have this? And I'll be like, yeah. And he's like, well, I don't know though, like it's too much money. And I'm like, you do not, he's only 7. And I'm like, you do not have to worry about anything ever again. Like that's why I did this business, was because I wanted to give you everything and anything because you deserve it. And so my youngest son, he's only 3, but now I get to just say yes, like I've never been able to do that before for myself, for my husband, for my kids. And now I get to say yes. Like we um we just bought our own vehicles by ourselves, with cash down payment. We've never been able to do that. We're putting down, we're saving money to put towards a house later on. We paid off all our debt. Like it just feels so freeing because that's what we wanted in the beginning and we didn't know how we were going to get it. But now it's like my husband's almost close to quitting his job that, is it makes him feel so unappreciated there. He works almost 12 hours a day working there in like this hot factory. It's not fun. And I'm like, I'm getting you out of there. Like I get to do that. I get to put forth work and effort for him. And I never thought that there would be an answer for that until now. So I'm not stopping. Like, I want everyone to know, don't quit. Like, businesses get stressful. It's going to be stressful. But I always feel like you make it through the struggle makes you stronger. You know what I mean? That's how I feel because we've been through so much. I feel like it's fine. We'll figure it out. We get through it all the time. And you're not done. Your story isn't done. So just keep going and keep pushing because stopping isn't going to get you anywhere. It's not. So just keep pushing, especially through the hard struggles, because once you get to the other side, it's freaking beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it just feels so amazing I get to help take care of my mom right now. Like she hasn't been feeling good for the past few months. She just got out of the hospital and I get to be here with her. If I didn't have this, I'd be working and I wouldn't be able to, go back and forth, take care of my kids, take them to soccer practice, take care of my mom, do the things that I need to do. So this business is my answer. And I hope you guys feel the same way. Like I'm never leaving. I'm stuck here forever.
Forever, especially since you were
Forever.
at the ranch for the winter circle. Tell everybody a couple of things that you took away from that. Like, what were some of your favorite parts? What'd you learn?
Gosh, I feel like it's just such a huge community and a huge family. Like being around everybody, Mark and Cindy are so welcoming and they're so loving. And it's you step into that home and you just know like there's no judgment there. It's just love. It's just love. And they're just so willing to give, constantly give. And that's just how you feel. People catch on like to vibes and stuff. Mark and Cindy feel like the nicest people I've ever met. And it's crazy because I've never met them before, and so they're so sweet and everyone is so different, which makes it more real to share because I'm not, they say like the stereotypical blonde hair, blue eyed people. That's just how I thought in the beginning personally was it works. And it's not like, it's just so different to see, there's different ethnicities, there's just different sizes, shapes, all kinds of different people, guys, girls, everybody. And it's just such a community. So that and like the things that I got, like the tips that I got from people there, um, I noticed that a lot of them go live and that's how they get a lot of customers and distributors. So whenever I came back, I made like a 30-day contest with my team and I was like, we're going to go live for 30 days straight. And that's just going to change our business because first of all, and gets more people, seeing your page and seeing who you are, then it gets them like talking to you and they get to know you better because you're talking about your life, not just like, flashing the business at them. You're talking about the products, yes, and the business, yes. But I told them like, go live about your family, go live about what you're doing daily, go live about, I don't know, if you get like a boxy charm box or I don't know, anything like that. I used to go live all the time and I just kind of fell off of that because of life, but I just feel like that was a big thing that I took away from that. So try to go live if you can often.
You're preaching to the go live team.
Good.
Because that's
Good.
Tasha's thing. She's like, go live. Every tip, go live. That's funny. That's true. And like Queen Mary on there, she'll go live for hours at a time. So
Oh, good.
yeah. Okay, so what are some of like the big dreams that you have now that you know you can accomplish? It may take some time, but you never would have thought that growing up or as a young mom.
That's a good question. I want to get my mom and dad out of debt. And I just want a better life for them because they worked so hard for me. Um, like they work jobs that they didn't really love, you know what I mean? But they did it just for the money and just because it paid the bills. Um, and also I want to go ambassador. Probably 2020 is the goal, but I want to have our own house. We're renting right now, so I want us to be able to build our dream home and just give more to people, just share our story more and just be louder about that because I feel like there's so many people out there that are like us that are in debt, that are struggling, that live paycheck to paycheck, and I just want to share with all of you, like tons of people out there. What else did you ask? Sorry, you asked me something else, didn't you?
No, you pretty much answered it. Just like the big
Okay, good.
dreams that you wouldn't have even considered.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like
So
it works open so many doors. When you're little, it's like you decide what you want it to be. When I was little, I always told myself I wanted to be a nurse and I wanted to help people, but I'm helping people in a different way now. So I love that. My dad, he's like, I like that you're doing this, you're making money and stuff, but I still want you to go to school to be a teacher. And I'm like, no, no. He's like, it works, isn't going to be around forever. And I like that I get to show him something different because I feel like, our parents in their day and age is so different from where we are now. And it works is it's just a whole different industry and it's a whole different way of making money that they might not understand. So I'm breaking the molds in my family and I'm showing him I'm not going back to school. That's not that's
well,
not the answer.
and you can if you want, but you don't have to. And being a teacher,
Yeah.
I don't think that's anything that you'd want to do now because
Yeah,
you can
no.
teach enough. But our
Exactly.
company is generational. Like now you see that. You see Mark and Cindy, you see their children all involved in the business. Pam, her family's all involved in the business. It's a generational thing. They're never ever going to stop because this is their family. So, oh, there you go. Okay, so I just want you to leave us with just a couple more tips. Like, what's working for you building your business right now besides the lives?
Host to post is where it's at. So what we do is like I do power 30s in the evening. So like around 9:30 in the evening, because a lot of people are at work during the day, of course. So I'll do 30 minutes on a Zoom with whoever wants to hop on and we'll send out host to post for the next morning. But I get up or I try to get up at least 15 to 20 a day because if not, I feel like that's where my LCs slow down. But host to post is where it's at. Like if you're slow on host to post, then you're hindering your business not only because of customers, but because the people that post for you for host to post, you ask them if they're interested in the business. Do you guys do that? Or okay, good. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it kills two birds with one stone. So why not do it? You know what I mean? And host to post is not anybody's favorite thing to do. Like nobody loves to sit there and send messages. It's hard for me some days, but I just throw on like Beyonce radio or I don't know, a good podcast or anything that you want and just sit, put a timer for 10 minutes and just do it. And it pays off, but yeah, host to post and then what else? Just staying close to your business. I feel like if you're veering off and you're trying to do it by yourself, it's not going to work out. Like I've tried to build my business just solely by myself and I built myself to diamond, but once you start like growing your network and growing your team, that's where it's at. more people that are on your team, the more people you get to build with, and it's just so much stronger. Exactly, Dory. Lock arms and stay close to the fire. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, because if not, there's no point. Then you're just going to be working by yourself, and I feel like then your business will fall. So stay close to the fire and just keep pushing, don't stop. And if you feel like you're lost, reach out to your upline, or even not your upline, somebody else that you feel like inspired by, and just ask them for tips, and they'll pour love into you. So yeah.
Thank you, Sammy. This has been so good. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for telling
You're
us all this
welcome.
and for sharing how magical keto coffee really can be.
Oh
Like,
my
I'm
gosh,
gonna
yes.
consider trying it at least. Is there
Yeah.
one last thing you want to leave us with?
um Oh, I forgot to say really quick. Not just the coffee, the gummies with the coffee. I was talking to Carrie on the trip. I started the gummies for 1 month, and I had lost 15 pounds just in 1 month. And if you haven't tried the gummies yet, you need to try. I know like a lot of people say, yeah, I try the products, but sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. Stay consistent so that way you're showing your customers that it's working for you, and get those what's it called, like approved by the company, so
Yeah.
that way they're like, oh my god, no way, I want to try. Because I feel like whenever I have a customer that's iffy about buying, I'm like, look, this is my stuff, and I send them my personal pictures that were approved, and they're like, oh my god, yeah, sign me up right now. So definitely share your progress, don't forget.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the
You're
recording. That way you
welcome.
guys can ask Sammy whatever questions you want. So, okay, let's wave bye to the recording people.